continue. Welcome, everybody. We're so glad to have you on this Wednesday evening. Thank you for taking the time out to be here because I know everybody is so busy. Dr. Sheila is here with me.
Good evening.
And we are just so excited to have you here. Now, please make note, next meeting, we're going to push it out an hour. I just want to see if we can get some participation there. And honestly, this is a great place to invite your people that are interested, as well as any of those that have, testimonials that they can share, because this call is just really going great. And I'm getting a lot of feedback on YouTube for people that are watching the replays. They're loving these testimonials. So you guys are doing an amazing job by sharing. And hopefully, anybody that's watching the replay, if you are watching the replay, please reach out to the person that introduced you to the scanner and get with them. And they can help you with a demonstration scan. They can help you with anything. And we've got several groups out there that you can join. So please reach out to that person. And if you just found it by accident, you can reach out to me or Dr. Sheila, and we will definitely help you. All right, I'm going to read the disclaimer. AO technology is not a medical device. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. The product is not intended to diagnose, prevent, or cure any disease. If you're sick, please consult with your healthcare provider. So I'm just going to open it up. I'm going to close out of this disclaimer, and I'm going to open it up and let everybody just share their testimonials. So go right ahead. Just unmute yourself.
Hey, Tammy, it's Alice. I am so happy to have that custom playlist that I made that is the full moon parasite cleanse detox, because I've started using it today and already my mood has changed. Everything has calmed down. I'm able to actually get some stuff done. So, scanner to the rescue.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
Thanks, Stuffy's family for this. Cassandra, do you have voice where you can share that?
Yeah, so I've got kids in the background, so I apologize if they come on in the background. But yeah, so last month when we had a full moon, I had just mentioned to one of my girlfriends that, I can actually give you one of my stuffy dots for you to put on your family, and then it lasts for, 3 days. And it will help with the full moon cleanse of the parasites and everything like that, because her kids were getting really crazy during the full moon. And so that's kind of how the conversation went up and along and everything. And so she texted me a few days ago and she said, I need another round of stuffies for my family. So I did 2 dots per each family member so that they have it for 6 days.
Way to go.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Very, very nice.
I have 2.
Go for it.
One was one of my daughters. She was having some horrible abdominal issues and female issues. And even with me, with what I do, I don't know everything. We thought some other people might that are over my head, did not. So I ran a scan, built her a custom playlist. I mean, she'd been suffering for several days and it was almost debilitating. Built her a scan and I ran it all night long and she woke up completely symptom free the next morning. She was blown away. I'm so flippin' grateful to have this thing. And then I was out trimming my tree line last weekend and it is full of poison ivy. I'm highly allergic, usually have to get steroids, which I hate because it takes me months to recover from that. They're just so damaging. And as I was doing it and noticing the poison everywhere, I'm just talking to God and I'm like, okay, I'm trusting my body to protect me. We're not accepting it. Got done, took a shower and everything. And 2 days later, I started itching. And I'm like, okay, we're not accepting it. And the 3rd day or the 4th day, I started getting blisters and track marks from where I had scratched and a couple of places on my legs. And I was like, okay, I'm refusing to accept this. And I was headed to get the Rustox out of my homeopathic kit. And I thought, I keep hearing people's stories about the frequencies. I want to see what this does, because I don't have a lot of other health things where I can have big monumental things to share with people. So I was sitting in the clinic on a call and I did a 2-minute broadcast, just Rustox. And literally within seconds, I could feel the itching ease up. And at the end, it was completely gone. And I'm like, okay, that could be a freak thing. So we're going to see what happens. I went ahead and did a 20-minute broadcast. And literally the next morning when I woke up, they were already drying up. And this is day 6. They're completely gone. I mean, it's been gone for days. Gone. There's nothing there. I was like, that's amazing.
That is awesome. I know that I've had to use that a couple of times with my family with the broadcasting of Rustox, and it works every time. And for the very difficult cases, just imprint calendula with some of the Rustox and put it on too, or even water. We've even done water and sprayed it on the blisters, and they dry up. So
blew my mind.
Amazing. And you can erase it. Don't forget to erase it and then apply.
I always forget that.
I'll keep reminding everybody, erase it.
Yes. Oh boy.
Tattooed on my forehead. I keep forgetting to erase before I do my quick scan in the morning, all the things that I want to imprint. So yeah, I need that reminder somewhere.
Yeah.
Eventually it'll click.
Yeah. It will. It's a practice for me. Go ahead. Who spoke up?
I was going to tell you, my husband, the very first cruise we went on, he had poison ivy, and it was the first time we'd experienced it. So we had no idea what it was. He was so miserable for the entire 7 days. If only we had had this technology.
Right.
Yeah.
I have some testimonies, Tammy.
Go for it, Deb.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, it's been busy time. So we're in a flux time right now until Monday. So had a little extra time. I thought I'd hop on here. I actually have several. I've been using the scanner on my teenage son nonstop for about 2 years now, practically. I really think the scanner is what got him and I both through. But now it's gotten to a point where, like, I'll work on myself, I'll work on other people, I'll do things, and then my son will like veer off the wrong way, and I'll start running scans on him. My husband sticks his head around the door and says, "Are you running stuffies on him?" And like when we went to Nashville for DNA assessment, that whole weekend, my husband was like, "Dude, what's going on? Like, what's going on?" Because he can tell a difference in the stuffies. They're very, very significant between, like, both my son and I really respond to those a lot. And then, I'm working with Becky, and I've gotten myself into a situation where I'm on bioidentical hormone creams from a compounding pharmacy. And it's just really, I learned a lot about 6 months after I got on them, and it's kind of one of those things that I wish I would have used a different avenue to get to where I'm at. Although it did do a lot for me in the beginning, but now I do believe it's driving mast cell activation syndrome. And I believe that I think that I was way more toxic when I got on them, and now I've detoxed a lot. And quite frankly, I just think I'm on a huge dose of estrogen that I do not need. So I have been using.
Your sound cut out.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Where did I stop? I'm sorry.
You're good. We got you.
I apologize. I was talking about the bioidentical hormones. Did you guys hear about that? And I got mast cell activation. I believe it's driving it. I don't have a uterus and I don't have a gallbladder. So Becky and I both believe that I'm probably just recycling them. This is not a healthy situation. And I'm just in a bad situation with them. I don't really know what I want to do because I'm not really following the protocol of the hormones anymore, but I'm not really doing anything else. And I've taken a couple of steps out and faith. And so recently, last week, when I started my progesterone cycle, I lowered, well, actually, when I came off my estrogen cycle and I dropped down to go on my progesterone cycle, because it's all cyclic based on the human anatomy of a 20-year-old female, basically, which really helps in the aging area too. All great stuff. But again, I think there's a better way. I'm looking for it. But in the meantime, the problem is that I'm hooked on estrogen, and it's as bad as heroin, people. The withdrawal symptoms are just horrific. So anyway, I dropped down from, the E210 whatever to E28 and had to deal with withdrawal symptoms, but I used the scanner to balance my hormones and literally was able to do it. And then I had another interesting experience from that. That also happened to me on high dose vitamin D when I ran out one time when my mother died. Actually, I didn't do my order properly. And I actually was forced to take less one day because I ran out. I didn't have a choice. And then over the course of 3 days, I ended up peeing 8 pounds of water out my butt. And I didn't understand it at the time. I still don't understand it fully, but it was like this relief valve, and my body just went. Well, when I used the scanner to drop my estrogen, I had a similar experience. So not 8 pounds worth, but that was only one step. We have a few more steps to go. So I'm really encouraged about the fact that I feel like, it's probably going to take me 6 months to do it, because you can't just, like, these things take a month or two to settle in and blah, blah, blah. You can't just go around. You've got to do it very slowly and very methodically. But I do believe that I'm going to be walking out in faith and using the scanner more, and actually putting the actual dosages scanned into the scanner, so I start taking more of a control of it, because I just instinctively know that I don't need everything that I'm on. And I'm ever grateful for the scanner, because, I took Karen Urbachek's, one of her weekend seminars on the scanner, as a matter of fact, way back in 2021. And the first thing she said was, please don't supplement hormones unless maybe homeopathically. And I just went, oh crap, I've been on them 6 months. And it's been a journey since then. But like I said, there's a whole lot of stuff going on. And the fact that I was able to use the scanner to balance my hormones and not have to deal with those brutal symptoms, because they are horrific. It's just amazing, and it's so encouraging for me. Makes me feel like there's hope for the future. I don't know what protocol I'm going to create and invent to replace the bioidentical hormones, but it's coming. It's coming. So I will figure this out eventually, but I know that I wouldn't be able to do it without the scanner.
Woohoo! So proud of you.
That was a lot. So thank you.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing.
Yes, ma'am.
Anybody else have anything they'd like to share? Okay, you want to, oh, go ahead, Tamara.
Hey guys. So our little brown Shih Tzu Riley has been having some issues. He had Lyme's disease 2 or 3 summers ago, and it seems like this time of year we didn't see any ticks or anything going on, but he started getting that real lethargic. So started running the scanner on him like multiple times a day, playing the tones. I created a playlist with the tones in it. I learned that from Miss Tammy from one of her Saturday replays. So that was cool to add that. And slowly improving. Mike ran him to the vet because he was all concerned that, like maybe we should get him on antibiotics. So he went to the vet and ended up getting pissed off because all they did was, charge him $120 to run his blood, and didn't really. He's like, I'm not going back there. So I'm like, yeah, we're just gonna keep scanning and just keep improving. So nice. Unless you guys have any other recommendations that I can add.
Now I have a question, because the little dog that I'm working on, they think it has had Rocky Mountain spotted fever. Would you say that is basically the same as Lyme?
I don't think so.
It's a little different.
Is it a little different? Okay, well, I'll go ahead and share my testimonial real quick. But this little dog, she's almost 16 years old, and it's a dear friend of mine. They live in Arkansas, and its name is Possum. Yeah. And when Kelly reached out to me, he said, look, he goes, I don't know if it's her time. I don't know what's going on, but she, is very unstable. She can't walk up and down the stairs of their house. She's wobbly. She's very lethargic. She's been throwing up. She won't eat. She has no appetite. This, that, and the other. So Kelly, let me run, scans on her every day and run Cephies on her. So what I do is I scan her twice a day, once in the morning, once in the evening, and then I typically broadcast a frequency playlist for her. There's been a couple of nights I've done it entirely all night long, and it's when she's been critical. Because he'll message me and say, hey, look, she's really not able to walk today. She even seems down. But I got to tell you, the past few days, he's been messaging me. He goes, this is insane. And I finally just asked him, I said, are y'all doing anything else? Because I know that his partner knows how to do Reiki, and she knows how to do some other things too. But he goes, no, it's all you and the scanner and her. And I went, you've got to be kidding me. So he sent me a video, and I just have to show you guys this because I just started crying when I saw her, because I know this animal and I visited with her and I've seen her at different places that he has gone. Can y'all see my Facebook page?
Yes.
Okay.
Now
So
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is rickettsia in our library? I never see it come up. That's Rocky Mountain spotted. Rickettsia.
I think that's actually what I'm running on her. I think I have to go back and look. So this is the video that he sent me yesterday or this morning, I think. And this is Possum going up. Now you can see her little head tilt. He says that she has tumors. He believes she's got a tumor in her brain area, and she's got several tumors in her body because he can feel them. And he messaged me this morning. He goes, Tammy, I believe the tumors are actually shrinking too, because I've actually put, tumors and things like that in this playlist as well. But I'll have to pull the playlist and see if that's, I think that's what I've got in there though, Sheila. So anyway, that's I'm just over the moon because they really thought that this dog was on its last leg, and she's in good spirits. She's eating, she's walking on her own. And he said this morning, he goes, I feel like she actually wants to play, but I just don't know if she's up for it. And I'm like, play with her. Play with her. So
Oh.
I'm just so happy about it because animals are quickly becoming a very big passion of mine. They've always been a passion, but to be able to work with them in this capacity has just been amazing. And I've got several other animals I'm working on right now too. So it's like they're coming. The universe is bringing them to me.
You're manifesting.
It's so interesting.
Yeah.
It's so interesting that dog looks like a possum.
I
Like
know.
I mean, I don't even, I know that might sound rude, but in the face, it really does look like a possum. Did anybody else notice this?
Yeah, she is so sweet. She's got blue eyes. She's just the prettiest little dog, and she is the sweetest dog. And they are both very much into, our type of, healing, and he does past life regression. She does Reiki and a bunch of other things too. So they're just an amazing couple, and I hope to get them on the testimonial call. I'm working on her cat. So all right, anybody else? And welcome to the ones that came in a little late. Just unmute yourself if you have a testimonial you'd like to share. You're welcome to just unmute and just let us know what you're doing with the AO scanner, with the 660 band, any of the stuff that we do with Solex.
If nobody has anything, may I ask a question?
Absolutely.
So I never got into the quick scan until this week.
Mhm.
Dr. Janine talked me into going into the quick scan.
Yep.
And so I think that I've discovered something, but I just got a question. You know how, like, if you do an easy scan, you can't go back and do another easy scan. Is that limitation there for the quick scan?
Nope, you can do it over and over.
All right. So you know how people keep saying, like, you can't really use the scanner for muscle testing a particular.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, because I'm thinking with the easy, if you were to take these categories of supplements, and that's because that's what I was doing. Like I had some homeopathics and some other things that might be for brain health or other things. If I just choose that category, then I can find what fits, and the thing at the top of the list, if I'm understanding correctly, whatever's at the top resonated the strongest. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So it's like this just little trick of muscle testing that I think a lot of people don't know. And is that the way that you do it, Tammy, or were you going to show a whole different way?
I was going to show you what I did for my mom the other day, and I actually did a how-to on this, but I'm going to refresh and sign in, and I'm just going to show you what I did for hers. Hers is under Scott's account, but this is something you guys can do. And my mom has allowed me to, she doesn't mind if I share her stuff. So what I did for her, because my mom's got something on her back, and we believe that it is what it is, and it's something pretty bad. But we ordered some blood root, but we did not know which blood root to order for her. So what I did is I actually went into her supplement library, and I put in the black salve. Let me show you in the supplement library. I put in the black salve, but what I did was put in 3 different ones, and I put the names of the 3 different ones next to it, because I'm like, mom muscle tested, and she's pretty good about muscle testing, but she goes, Tammy, I just can't get a clear answer. So I tried. I couldn't get a clear answer either. So it was almost like the universe was trying to tell us either no or yes, or we just couldn't figure it out. So then what I did was I went to the quick scan then, and I had her in the morning, so I just made sure nothing else was clicked except for that. We ran it. She talked, and of course, I'm going to talk, but it's not going to be accurate because it's me doing it. But as soon as we got done, it pulled one of the salves, and that's the one we ordered. So you can do it like that. There you go.
But if you were doing this in the way that you just did, couldn't you just have chosen the nighttime, and then there is no voice on the nighttime one, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could do that, or yeah, I think it's midday that there's no voice.
Okay.
It's
Whichever one
morning.
there's no voice.
Yeah.
If that person isn't in front of you, that's probably the best way to do that, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. So, yeah, that's exactly what we did, and I was just like, wow, okay. And every time we've scanned her up to that point, I just tested it, and I said, let's do it again tomorrow. And when she came to the house, we did it again, and the same one pulled up. So in my mind, this is the best way to figure out. And we don't have the product. We just put the explanation, as much detail as about the ingredients in the description and the name of it. And of course, we know the scanner knows it. I think it's very smart. So that is what I chose to do, and I was just blown away. I was like, this is amazing. So
cool. Thank you. Yeah, that what you just did, that's what I was actually saying. Just taking a category and putting what you want in there, only choosing that, and then seeing what it pulls.
Yeah, absolutely. And you don't have to have the supplements, guys. I mean, if you're trying to figure out what supplement you need, just put in the descriptions and the scanner will choose it for you. So
intentions matter.
It does. It really does.
I actually have a testimony for the 560 band as well, Tammy.
Go for it.
So I recently had I had a root canal removed, and they gave me 16 Percocet. Oh my goodness, I still have 16 Percocet. Yeah. I used the 560 band on the way home from the dentist's office. And I have pictures. It's ridiculous. I was using K-tape to tape the band to my forehead so it would hang just right and sit over that. And I used that thing on the way home. And I mean, dude, I ran it all the time during the next 3, 4, or 5 days. I used the scanner. I used all my tools. And I didn't have to use one pain pill.
Nice.
Not one pain pill. And I mean, don't get me wrong, it wasn't fun, but it was not horrific at all. And I mean, I've talked about this before, that the pain frequencies really work very well on me, and I can feel them. And if I imprint a pain list into my bracelet, I can literally feel it wear off about 4 or 5 days later. So they last that long for me.
Wow.
And then also to Dr. Darrell, I wanted to let you know that also Becky, Kimberly, Coots, Kimberly, and Jen, Kathy, and all of them, they use the scanner with muscle testing. As a matter of fact, they use the scanner with their DNA assessments.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I heard her say that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's that Tammy and all of them have taught me so much in that particular area. I don't buy my supplements anymore. I put them in the scanner and then I wait and see what comes up all the time. And then if it comes up all the time, that's what my body likes. So that's what I purchase. And multiple, like I have a testimony about how I used to take Bioptimizer's HCL brand. It was a brand and it's $35 a bottle. And then I put several different, just put them into the scanner and my body likes the Horbox. It's only $9.99 a bottle. Can't beat that. I just saved $25 a week.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So that pays almost for the whole subscription.
Yep.
So it's really cool what it can do.
Yep.
All right.
All right. We are at 7:28. You guys are amazing. Thank you. We're going to close it out. But next week we will be in a little earlier, 30 minutes earlier. So it'll be at 7:30 Eastern time. So mark your calendars and I'll put it all out there. But thank you all for being here. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, go ahead.
I was talking to Kai today. We were talking about comp plan and stuff. And he was telling me, because one of my people had asked how many active QLAs we have. We got into how many scans we've done. The fact that we've done 7 million since March. And on only 2 months, we've done 2 million more.
Woo!
Yeah. But the thing is, every time we do a scan, the technology gets smarter and smarter.
It does.
That is amazing. So we're helping progress the technology with every scan we do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Keep it up, guys. Keep it up. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Dr. Sheila. Thank you, everybody, for being here. And jump on the Solex call. It's next. Love you guys.
Bye. See you next week.
Bye-bye.